Time for the main event!
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you like the content, hit the subscribe button, leave a like down below. We're going to check out a new demo that just dropped for Micro Titans, which is a wrestling game that's coming later this year over on Steam. Hopefully they'll come to other platforms too, because the more wrestling games the merrier. But it's not your typical style of wrestling game. So let's go check this out, let's see if it's any good, and discuss. Alright, so here is the game, Micro Titans Wrestling. Let's go check this out, and there's something really cool I didn't notice when I was doing the pre-testing before this video, and I'll show you what that is real quick. So, here is the roster in question. I might have to turn the audio down. This is the second time I made this video because the audio was just way too loud for the game, so I was like, holy crap. Anyway, so Mike Titan is one of the characters, and I like the action figure aesthetic. I really hope they make like a real wrestling game of this, because this is a card wrestling game, and we'll go over all the details and everything at the end of the video. Just want to show you the game itself. Painmaster, Neon, that's the character I picked because he looks like the Ultimate Warrior a little bit. Hopefully they get the Warrior in here officially, that'd be cool. Landslide, Wolf, or Wildman Wolf, Yen, we got our big sumo wrestler, kind of like Yokozuna, that's really cool. Tropico, our Ric Flair's type character, which he's the one who beat my ass off camera, which is pretty funny. Angel, he looks really cool. I really like that character design. Kind of looks like my mask a little bit that I make every single year. I really like the mask. I think it's awesome. Then we got their version of Undertaker, Crypt Keeper. I think he kind of looks like Solomon Grundy a little bit, but I really like. I think it looks cool. Loco. We got Explosivo. We got Mighty Inferno, Brash, and Figs. I think that's what that says. It's kind of hard to read that. But yeah, we got two different characters there. Mr. Delicious, which I think is a hilarious name. In fact, I might make that a creator wrestler. I might have to steal that because that's funny. Midtown Mauler. Alright, now what the really cool thing about this, and the reason why I really want to make this video, is it has real wrestlers planned for the full release of the game. Now, it doesn't say anything about DLC or microtransactions, but if these are in the base game and you just have to unlock them by playing the game, that'll really help people get in the door. I think that's really cool because I almost wrote this game off with their created wrestlers because, well, that's the worst thing about wrestling games, is you have to have real wrestlers if you want the wrestling fans to show up. And all these wrestling games that don't have them, I'm a little worried about it. Like, if you can sign one or two major big names that, you know, legends, like, heck, freaking Hawk and Animal, I'm going to be there day one just because of them. And the game's actually pretty fun to play, too. Anyway, so Hawk and Animal are in it. I really wish they make it to 2K, man. I just really want them in 2K. We got Jake the Snake, which I believe he got removed from 2K26, I want to say, or was it 25? I have to go back and look. Again, I play as my main wrestlers. I hardly ever play as the in-game wrestlers, except for, like, Warrior and stuff. Anyway, Hacksaw Jim Dugan with his 2x4 and American flag. That's awesome. Nails. Frick yeah. British Bulldog. Barbarian. That, I want that. And that stuff, those parts would be really cool in 2K. Anyway, Adam Bomb, he is also going to be in Ultra Pro Wrestling, and I do believe the wrestling code, but don't quote me on that one. It's been a while since I looked at the roster for the wrestling code. And then Axe and Smash have been making the rounds. They are pretty much in every game right now. They're going to be in Ultra Pro Wrestling. They'll probably end up in the wrestling code if they're not in already. And they literally just made it into WWE 2K. They were part of the second Ringside Pass pack, which everybody complained about because they took up 3 of the 4 slots. But it's really cool to having at least 2 of them there. There's no Crush, at least not yet. Maybe he'll be in the full game. Anyway, then we got Warlord, which I wish his creation parts were in 2K26. That'd be really cool. I'll keep talking about that because I like making wrestlers. Mountie, that's cool. I love the gimmicks. I miss the gimmicks of old wrestling. We got Berserker. That's really cool. I like that. Dynamite Kid. Papa Shango, who I don't believe is in 2K26, but he looks really good here. Davey Boy Smith. And then the Dynamite Kid. And then Barbarian and Warlord. And they look fantastic, I think, for these little action figures. They remind me of the old action figures. I had the old Hulk Hogan, and I had the Ultimate Warrior where his hands were kind of like stuck like this, and you could body slam. the other figures and stuff. So I thought that was fun. Is that my hand? That is my hand. Anyway, and then we got Bad News Brown. Then we got Mark and Pete. And then we got Godfather. He's in this game, but he's not in WWE 2K, which I think is hilarious. Probably because they don't want the Ho Train in there. I would die laughing if they gave him his Ho Train entrance in WWE 2K 27 or something. That would be hilarious. And they got Raymond and Jax. That's pretty cool. And then I think that's pretty much it. Now let's play a match. And unfortunately, we can only use these 5 characters right here. I've used Neon the last 2 times and got my butt whooped, so we're going to try Wild Wolfman. We're going to try Wild Wolfman. And it kind of goes through like all the stats here. I'm glad the tutorial is done because it kind of took up a lot of time for the first time I filmed this. So these are like your pre-match bonuses here, and you have a pool of money, and every match you win, you get these points, or this in-game currency. It's just like 2K with My Faction points and stuff like that. And you can buy new cards, you can buy perks, to like bonus stuff to give you an edge in your match. You can do a reroll if you don't like the cards that are here. And of course, this is their health. And you can it shows you all your matches you need to play in order to get the championship, which is really cool. So you just keep going here. And as you can see, they progressively get a lot tougher. But if you want to have the ultimate tough match and just get destroyed, it looks like you can go all the way to the last one. 9,000. Holy crap, that's going to be a long match. But yeah, there you have it. All the way up to 16. That's crazy. So we're just going to focus on this to face Ric Flair here. I'm going to buy some perks just to make sure. 700. I don't have enough for that. Signature damage. We'll do that one. And maybe this one. Critical damage. Maybe. Yes. I think that's all I can afford right now. Yeah, because I only had 500. Alright, so let's go to the match. And the entrances are kind of funny because it'll just keep going until you skip it. But I really like this aesthetic here. Hopefully it adds more to this. I'm just glad it has something, because a lot of these indie games don't have a lot. And then the music was the same. I turned it really low because the first time I filmed this, it just kind of drowned out my voice, and I really didn't want to re-record this because I did a really good job on it, but the audio was totally messed up, and I was trying to find a way to edit out the audio, but I guess it just wouldn't work. Now this, and I'm glad the tutorials aren't popping up because I feel like I can explain it better. So these colors, this is basically your stamina meter right here, and if you end a turn, it builds up your stamina to where you can do certain color cards, and the higher this is, so basically this is your finisher. These are your signatures, and then these are like your normal moves down here. So you can do low damage. You pick a card like so. And if you don't want to use that card, you can discard it, which gives you more stamina for your next turn. And you can keep doing stuff until you're ready and then end your turn. So that's pretty cool. So you can discard that. That filled it up almost all the way. I didn't really want to discard that. I'm just trying to explain here. So I almost have enough for a finisher, and then so you can play this card, discard it, or cancel. So let's cancel this, and let's really build up our points here. So technically, if I had a finisher card, I would be able to use it. So yeah, this is your stamina slash what moves you can do. And I like how it's color-coded because it makes it super simple to understand. And this is your high spot meter. So the more damage you take and moves you do, this will fill up, and it'll give the match for both players like a bonus. Like finishers do ×2 damage, or high flying moves do 2 times damage. My only complaint so far is when you do a move, that's all it does. I was kind of hoping he'd like jump off the ropes and tackle him or something, but at least they're moving around and animated, and this would be like the perfect phone game or a game on the Nintendo Switch for portable play. I feel like this would be a perfect portable game. So now it's his turn. He did about 20 damage. Ooh, and he gets to go twice because he had enough stamina and cards built up. So you can go more than once if you have enough cards. So let's see. Oh, and by the way, let me cancel this. So once you get their health down to 0, you can do a pin attempt. And based on how many times you've been down to 0, because you can recover a little bit of health if you kick out. it has this meter thing that goes back and forth, just like in most wrestling games, where you have to stop it on the marker. And it was the timing I felt was a little off because I don't know, because the mouse. Maybe it's better with a controller. Maybe it's just not calibrated correctly, because I swear to God I hit it on time. Anyway, so yeah, that's how you kick out of moves and stuff. And as you can see, the high spot meter is filling up, so that's really cool. Now let's do some moves here and let's see if I can beat him. Alright, so let's see. No, cancel. Let's discard this one. And now I can do this. Play this card. 90 damage. And I can't do that one, so let's see. Let's discard this one too, because that doesn't do a lot of damage. Build up some stamina. Now he is doing his figure, the leg lock. So now he can do his finisher on me, doing massive 260 damage. Now, this is my third match attempt at winning a match, and I haven't won one yet. So I think they need to work on the difficulty a little bit. Either that or I just really, really suck. Live rounds. So now that the high spot meter has been filled, it gives you a little perk to the match, but it also gives them the perk too. So it says 2x strike critical multiplier. Alright, so strike damage. So this is the strike damage. So it'll be 60 damage instead of just that, or this will be a 100 damage. Do I have enough to do this one? Let's do this one. Boom, boom, okay. And there's one thing I didn't realize when I was playing it the first two times, is once you get them down to 0, there is a little meter that shows up, a little arrow, and that's how far you have to build up your stamina to pin them. So you can't just pin them outright. You have to actually get your enough stamina to pin them, which is kind of weird. Anyway, so now let's see. Let's do this one. And that is also a punch, so that should do 60 damage. Yeah, there we go. And now, I kind of want to keep that, so I'll just end my turn. Ooh, there, I got my finisher sitting there. Okay, boom. Alright, 2x critical. We're going to discard this. Ooh, if I discard this, I can do my ultimate finishing move. Discard. That's a lot of damage, though. Now I can do the Primal Driver. Okay, play this card. And that takes up your entire meter, as you saw. But it did massive damage. High spot. Here we go. That's filled up again. 2x signature critical multiplier. Okay. So all you have to do is pretty much match the icons to get max damage and really watch your stamina. It's actually, the strategy and the gameplay is there. It's fun to play. My only complaint so far is the animations. But I understand it's an indie game. It's just, at least they're moving. They could just be sitting there like Pokemon and going, like the old Pokemon games, you know, where they didn't even do anything. So I'm glad they're doing something. That's cool. Alright. Boston Crab. Okay, so did damage there. Arm Wrangler. Alright. Now I don't have any. Let's discard this one. And let's do. Let's see, this one. Critical damage? No. Cancel. Let's do the Samoan Drop. Boom. Okay. And then we're going to sacrifice this one to hopefully get a better card next time. Alright. Last Order's Lariat. Cool, I'm almost full, so let's see if I can... Man, 400. Okay, so I don't have any star moves here. So let's do this one. Play. Boom. So to get the double damage thing, you really have to... Probably just screwed myself here. Alright, and then discard this one to build up some stamina. 180 damage. High spot, okay. Chain wrestling. Ooh, that's bad for me because that's most of his moves. Oh, I'm screwed. I'm screwed. Because now that's going to be more damage for him. Oh, okay. Let's discard this one. Discard this one. Sorry about the mouse clicks. I've been trying to get the NVIDIA thing to block out all outside noise, but it still can't get it to work right. And this will be 50 damage. Alright, I don't know if I want to waste my stuff. Wait a minute. Cancel? Can I pin him? Oh, no, okay. I thought it was lit up. It's like, no, you should only be able to do it when it's lit up. Alright, I'm wondering what causes or allows me to... Oh, crap, I'm screwed. 200 damage? Yowza. Alright, so I don't really have any chain wrestling moves. That's a bummer. So let's take 60, 30, and 10. So let's do this one. Use up some of that meter there. And then this one we can discard. And we should get some new cards here by doing this. It's super close. Let's see if I can win this match, because the last 2 matches I lost. Alright, high spots. Brass knuckles. Alright, now it's a fist one. Okay. And he knocks me down, right? Almost. Ah, dang it. Eye rake. Duke. Now let's see if I can kick out. Now I can show you the kick out meter. Oh, it's my turn. Okay, cool. Why is my stuff so low, though? Okay. Oh, it's because I'm weakened. Ah, okay. Let's see. Play. Boom. Down to 0. Alright, so this blue meter right here should be the pin meter. So let's click on this. Let's discard. And now I can do a pinfall. Alright, let's see if it'll work. Okay, missed. Ah, he got up. Alright, and he got more damage back. Or health back, didn't he? Alright, pinfall. Now I gotta kick out. Come on. Oh, barely. Barely got it. Oh, man, that was close. That was close. We're both at 0. Oh, man. Now, whose turn is it? Is it my turn? Alright, so I'm wondering how... So you have to discard cards in order to get your meter back up. And you should be able to try to pin him now. Pinfall. Let's try this again. 1. Oh, he got out at 2. Cheating computer as usual. Yeah, and he fills it up all the way. Ah, I lost again. The timing it's off. It has to be off. There's just no way. It's just no way. But I did way better that time than the first 2 times. I'm starting to understand mechanics. They got a solid, fun, turn-based wrestling game here. I'm very, very eager to try the final product. And it should come out by the end of the year according to the Steam page listing, which we'll go check out right now. Alright, so here is the Steam page listing. It says Q4 2026. And I actually had a lot of fun playing that. This would be the perfect handheld wrestling game. And what's funny is that I can't stand My Faction mainly because of the microtransactions. My Faction and plus all your cards pretty much don't carry over to the next game. Anyway, so down here it has this pretty much a cleanup, and I made a video on this or included it in a video back at the beginning of the year. Because at the beginning of the year, every year, like I said at the beginning of this video, unless I edited it out because this is like my 4th attempt trying to make this video, I make a video where I cover pretty much or show every wrestling game that's in the works, whether it be a turn-based wrestling game, a crazy shooting wrestling game, a 2D wrestling game, anything that has wrestlers in it or does wrestling stuff, I try to include in that video at the beginning of the year, because it's always fun to see which ones actually come out. Because so far the last 2-year videos, other than the 2K games and AEW Fight Forever, nothing has come out yet. We're still waiting on the Wrestling Code, Ultra Pro Wrestling, Neck Breakers, Ultra Violence Pro Wrestling got canceled. Literally, like, my biggest fear is that all these wrestling games are just going to get canceled, because especially with the new climate of the video game industry, they might not be able to financially survive making their games or bringing their games out. Anyway, so here's the quick write-up on it. It says 3 unique game modes to battle through, 8 managers to fight in your corner, 17 distinct wrestlers to take to the ring, 18 titles to prove you are the champion, 83 wild cards to rock your opponent, 100 character traits to buff over time, 200 high spot cards to disrupt the match, 600 perks to power up your build, over 9,000 move cards to inflict maximum damage, and an infinite amount of synergistic effects. So there you have it. There is Micro Titans Wrestling. It's actually pretty fun. When I saw it, I was like, oh, nobody's going to want to play this. But after playing it and giving it a chance, there's a lot of fun there. And if you have a Steam account and have it on PC, it shouldn't be very demanding. You should be able to go try out the demo yourself. It's available now. Yeah, it's actually not too bad. I can't wait for the official release, and I'm very stoked that it has real wrestlers in it. It's weird to me that they don't have that on the main page. Like, on the main page, it's just showing all their wrestlers. Why is it not showing the fact that they have the Road Warriors, they have Papa Shango, they have Godfather? Like, advertise that. Come on. Like, you get people in the door and add it to their wish list. Anyway, sound off comments below how you feel about this. Are you going to try it out? And as always, stay frosty.